Hey, Cappy Seeker. So, now that Pluto is out of your sign, do you feel like you know your soul? Pluto is the planet or dwarf planet, or whatever you want to call it. In essence, it's the space body of the soul. Yes, death, rebirth, destruction, construction. I've spoken about it in more length I just did a video for Pluto in Aquarius. Um, but it's all just the alchemical process to get to the purity of the soul, to the core essence. And for the past 14 years, Pluto has been in your sign, um, getting you acquainted with who you truly are by burning down, eliminating, shedding layers, behaviors, patterns, etc., that were covering it up or hiding it up. At this point, whoever you know yourself to be, even if it feels uncomfortable with your reality, your sense of duty, etc., this is who you are. You can no longer afford to hide it from yourself. Sorry, I'm dealing with the incense here. Um, so look in the mirror, say hello to yourself, own it, honor it, be proud of the process and of the journey. And welcome the new chapter. And it starts really well because this is a reading for February, by the way. Hi. As soon as Pluto left your sign, now you have Mercury, Mars, and Venus in your sign in Capricorn. And not only do you have these planets in your sign, you also have Jupiter and Uranus and Taurus trining you. You have Lilith and Virgo trining you. It's all earth signs, right? It's a trine in the chart, if you're not familiar. But it's a flow of energy. So you're getting all this expansive, inspiring, independent, this is who I am type of energy where you just know your truth, you know where you're heading, you know what you want. The only thing that can maybe make you feel not so much in that way is if someone needs to be told something, if someone needs to have a talk, if it requires letting go of something or someone or somewhere. You're not really confused as to who you are, as you are maybe feeling guilty or responsible for someone or something else. But at this point, there's no turning back. You already know. You know it in your bones. The only thing you can do now is go with it, and all the energy is supporting you. All the planets are now in support of that. Okay. The nodes are the only thing that seemingly challenges you because they're squaring you in Aries and Libra. But still, it's like it's almost just puts more pressure on you heading in your direction or making that change or that shift, so that you can head in that direction. Take advantage of this supportive energy because if you don't, it will happen anyway, but without the supportive energy, and then it will be harder. So what you know you got to do it sooner than later. Okay? Karma is a witch and seeker, seer, existential shifter. Those are actually my designs. You can find them on Teespring and others similar. Link below in the description. Oh, speaking of the description box and links, you can book a private session, phone session, video session, recorded session. There are different options. Check it out. I'm happy to talk to you and get to know you and read you on a more personal level. I am working with the Lonza Tarot, and look at who we have here. The High Priestess. How beautiful is she, huh? Look. It's one of the most beautiful decks. And this is one of my favorite High Priestess. High Priestesses. Whatever. Okay. Capricorn, February. What's up? Beautiful Capricorn seekers, please. Nine of Wands. Really? After everything we talked about? This is not who you are right now. I mean, maybe it's who you pretend yourself to be in front of others because you don't want to feel bad about leaving them behind, or maybe this is who you pretend yourself to be in front of yourself because you don't want to own up this zest of like liberation. Is it real? Am I really free? Yes. But you gotta act to get yourself there. The road is clear for you. The energy is supportive of you, but then the actions themselves, free choice, baby. But you act like you're not sure, like you don't know, like maybe yes, maybe no. But it's an act. It's an act. Maybe you're so used to being timid that everything can suddenly collapse because Pluto does that, you know? Things that feel super stable and secure and clear, suddenly they collapse. And so I get it. I get the PTSD, right? So forgive me if I sound judgmental. It's natural. It's just not good for you. That's why. Show me more about this for Capricorn, please, for February. Too many cards. The Devil. So you want to be stuck? Because it felt meaningful. The turmoil, the painful karma, the obsession, the attachment, the 50 Shades of Grey style fantasy. You want to stay there? Are you happy, Capricorn? Are you happy? Don't give me the answers of how, why, and why it should be. Are you happy? Oh, okay. So maybe this is not the right answer. Why are you holding on to this? Because it's who you are? No, no, no. It's who you've been in the past 14 years because of a planetary transit. It's not who you are. Don't solidify yourselves around planetary transits. That's not the purpose. Oh, but the past. Oh, but the story. Oh, but the way things were. Oh, but the way it started. Oh, but the way it was. The magic, the love, the connection. It is full of spider webs and loneliness and addiction. Addiction to a story that no longer is. I mean, it is in your reality. The person is there, right? The status of the relationship is there, but the essence that you're re- living in your head and not letting go of, that's not there anymore. That's in a memory. I held on to a 17-year-old relationship, and I realized after I was just forced to let go of it, where I could not look away anymore, that the thing that I couldn't let go of wasn't the friendship itself, because it was no longer a friendship. The person wasn't my friend anymore. They weren't there for me as a friend is there for you, right? But what I was holding on to was the status of having a best friend. I was like, I'm not going to have a best friend, but I haven't had a best friend in a very long time. Not really. That person wasn't a best friend. Not anymore. So who or what are you holding on to because of the caption, because of the story? Because if you're holding on to someone because, well, I want to be the person who's married, or I want to be the person with the status, or I want to be the person who has a best friend, or I want to be the person who lives in this and that, but the essence itself is not there, it means that you will never actually have that thing because it's occupied by an illusion, by a doppelganger. If you don't know what a doppelganger is, do yourself a favor if you haven't yet. Watch the Vampire Diaries. That show, oh my God, so much fun. You'll love it. I promise you, you will love it. But Pluto now is like, you can't do this anymore. You can't hold on to a story because of a past, because you're addicted to the caption, or addicted to the story, or addicted to how it's supposed to make you feel, or how it used to make you feel. This is dark. But in the reverse, we have Page of Swords. No, Morgainne, you don't understand. I'm intuitive. I'm sharp. No, you're confused and you're vain. Sorry, I know that was a bit too harsh. Maybe I overstepped. I apologize. But, or maybe it slipped like that because you needed that kick in the booty. You've written a story that existed in a dimension that has already exploded. And you're still standing in the geographical place in which that bubble existed. But it's like a different sphere now. Bottom of the deck, the Fool. Where is your freedom? What is your freedom? Is your freedom being stuck in a story, or is your freedom writing a new one? Or acknowledging the new one that is already trying to express itself in your life? Whichever the case may be. Three of Wands. See, you do know your direction. You do know what is right for you. You do know what you want. You do know what you can. And there is cooperation, collaboration, energy conspiring to help you with it. You just gotta let it. You just gotta let it. I don't know if recently I've been struggling with good lighting. A lot of cards will take them. The Tower, Six of Pentacles, Three of Swords, and La Luna, the moon. Okay. This is based on deceit. This is based on a heartache. This is based on imbalance and control, power dynamics. This is based on fantasy. Again, it's like you're forcing a piece of a puzzle that is kinda, but not really, into a space where it kind of should almost fit, but it doesn't. So you won't let go of it. You insist on making it fit, but it will never truly fit. And it creates this constant agony, frustration that you choose to be in, Capricorn. And this is collapsing in front of you, and you're like, the facade, the illusion is collapsing in front of you, and you're seeing it. And then you go back and you see it for a moment. You have like this opening, this moment of understanding, of clarity, and then immediately you refog yourself. You cover yourself up again because you don't want to see it, because it's uncomfortable, because you rather to stay stuck in the story and the fantasy, because maybe it will happen, because you're this great and that great manifester. But your soul is saying no. It's one thing to try to manage the world, Capricorn, by all means. But to manage your own soul, it's the other way around. The baby ship does not manage the mothership. Your soul, this avatar, your body, your personality, you're an extension of your higher soul that is in guidance. And because you have free choice, as soon as you insist on leading the way, you don't change the direction and the mother soul follows you. No, no, no. Because the mother soul has other extensions that are part of this fabric that needs to cooperate and harmonize. What you do is you detach yourself from its route. It doesn't suddenly, oh, look, Capricorn went there, I'm going to follow. No, you detach yourself from the route. And then you go into another realm of illusion and delusion, where nothing that is in alignment actually manifests, just kind of, maybe, sort of next to. I made a 13th element video on how to manifest from the secrets of Kabbalah, where I speak about the path that is in alignment with your soul versus the path that is a shortcut, or that is vanity, that the person tries to take over their higher soul. Listen, if you do that, Pluto is going to come back to Capricorn, to 29th degree Capricorn, going to retrograde back there from Aquarius between September and November 2024. That's when it kind of comes back to rehash certain things that weren't resolved, to tie up loose ends. If you do this, then September to November is going to be a nightmare. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be a nightmare. It's not a premonition. It's a forewarned, forearmed. You get to choose to not get yourself there, to progress, to reconnect with your mothership. And I feel the need to say this, especially for those of you out there that are intuitives, that are channelers, that are psychic. There are all kinds of beings out there. And they're not going to tell you, hey, I'm here to bullshit you and take your energy. No, they're going to tell you, I'm your loving, guiding angel. But your loving, guiding angel will never force you or tell you what to do. They'll just show you a path and show you the light and hope that you will be inspired to follow. But a leech, a parasite, they will show you the doors to the illusions that you still want, but you can't have, but maybe you can, because you're all powerful and manifester, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. And they'll keep luring you to wrong, bad places, or to stay in something bad for you. And they will feed on your energy. And you'll be like, no, it's my guides telling me I feel it. Do you? Where do you feel it? Is it a quiet, calm voice that doesn't repeat itself? Comes for a moment with profound clarity and then just leaves and lets you follow it or not? Or is it a persistent, consistent nag here? I don't know, you tell you. In those moments of clarity where you see the truth, where you suddenly see the nature of the person that you're with, or the situation that you're in, or the job that you do, whatever, you suddenly see it, or you see them for who they are, and then you don't want to because it's really uncomfortable and it require you to do this and that, and then it's like, oh, so you put back up the story. Don't do that. Next time this happens, remember this video. Insist on the curtain to be down and look at the situation, look at the person, look at the situation, look at the place, look at the job, look at the friend, look, whatever the case may be. Look at them and see it continuously. Do not lie to yourself. Do not lie to yourself. Bottom of the deck, the star. Truth. The truth of your soul. Capricorn moving into Aquarius. Right, the water bearer. Sorry, yeah, Pluto moving into Aquarius after being in Capricorn, after being in your sign. And this is it. This is the moment of truth. Okay, you've had all these lessons. Now the gates are opening up to liberation, to who you are. Are you going to pass through? Are you passing through? Nine of Cups. Oh, you're passing through. There you go. Start with Nine of Wands, and up with Nine of Cups. Wish fulfillment. The next thing, if you cross the, the threshold, will feel like you remember it how it should feel. Will feel like the story you have in your head. You will be living it. Look at the cards. If you want to study tarot, I have online tarot masterclass. It's on Vimeo. Link is below. I take you from beginner to mastery, so it doesn't matter where you're at on the journey of learning tarot. I assure you, I will teach you things you didn't know you didn't know. Very comprehensive, extremely comprehensive. My tarot masterclass. Okay. So 2 nines. The Devil, the Moon, the Tower, Nine of Wands, Nine of Cups, and then 2 threes as well, and 2 sixes. 1, 2, okay. Haha. This is the order in which they came out. First of all, yes, this should scare you, because it's scary. You don't want to be stuck there. Maybe it's a visual effect that the spirit or the cards are helping with so that you clearly see what you're doing to yourself. You're going to see something for what it is. It's not going to be pleasant. It's not going to be pleasant. But the wonderful news, 3, 6, 9. Hello, Tesla. Nikola Tesla, not the car Tesla. So, it's not just serendipity. It's alignment. With this alignment, the process can hurt a bit. It requires you to go through the Pandora box, through your pain and disappointment, realizing the imbalance, the power dynamic, the confusion, the illusion, the breakdown of the story. It's a blow to the ego. You realize that someone has either been playing you and fooling you, or you've been fooling yourself, or maybe both. but you can get into a really good place if you're brave enough. Stay magic, stay true. I love you. Check out the description box. Join as a channel member. All the jazz.